Oh, you guys didn't love the third, but as far as this team goes and the game as a whole, what did you think about the progression and how I guess you guys resurfaced from that tie?
Yeah, we made it interesting on ourselves. But yeah, obviously, I feel like Gunner has been clutch in OT all season long, and incredible pass and incredible shot by Kells. So, yeah, definitely not the way we wanted the third period to go, but credit to our group for, that's not easy. They scored 2 right away and then right into OT pretty much. So credit to the group for having the right mindset and being able to get the win.
Your coach took that timeout. What was the sentiment or the message and emphasis going into the last part of that third period?
Yeah, I think, obviously those goals happened pretty quickly. So I think it was just to give us a little bit of time to breathe. And we believe in ourselves out there. And I think we had a couple good shifts after that, to get it to OT. And, just let Gunner and Kells take over.
When you guys are clicking the way you guys started this game, what's the biggest asset for this group?
Yeah, I think just, the way that we play in unison with each other. I think when we're playing at our best, we're getting pucks in deep and, we're taking away time and space of the opponent. And, we just got to get to that and stick to that to 60 minutes.
A lot of balanced scoring in this one. 3 lines, first 3 goals. What did you see out of this group's continuous effort? Yeah,
it's great. I think, anytime you get everyone contributing, it's a good feeling, and obviously an even better one when you see a guy like Kerf get one, after a long, start to his season. We're so happy and proud to have him back in our lineup. He fills a big hole for our group as a leader, and just super proud and happy for him.
What are some of the things you do want to see improve from that third period, though, taking away from this game?
Yeah, I just think being able to have the confidence to make that play. I think at times, we had the right, in terms of our mindset and wanting to do the right things, I think we were trying to do that, but at some point you have to make a big play, and I think when you look at our third period, it started out by us just chipping pucks out, which we thought we were doing the right thing, but ultimately you're giving them the puck back, and then they're just coming, and so just being able to make that big play to stop their momentum and go from there.
Keller's assist on the Peterka goal, how would you describe his playmaking abilities?
Was it the net front pass? Yeah. I mean, obviously Kells is a world-class athlete, and he can shoot, he can score, he makes plays. I think, his competitiveness and wanting to be a big-time player, I think that, opens up the ice for his eyes. And, great pass and great finish.
You're on pace for roughly 20 goals again this year. What's kind of the difference between this year and last year at the same time in the season?
I don't know. I think probably my mindset. I think trying not to let little things bother me. Trying to be a little bit easier on myself, and I think that's been paying off. I think just trying to play confident hockey night in and night out, even when the pucks aren't going in. They have been going in at throughout stretches. Hockey's a very streaky game, but it's just about staying in the right mindset when things aren't going your way.
The progression of confidence to make the big plays. Where do you see this group continuing the growth in that department?
I don't know. I think in the third there is obviously not great. Something we have to learn from. We gotta. We still have to make plays, even if we're winning. Whatever the score is, they're going to make a push, and that's something that we've talked about and tried to get better at. So I think just learning from it, and I think. You'd rather mess up and try to do the right thing than just be safe and, see what happens. So I think that's, something that we got to, learn from and do moving forward.
I know this lineup isn't fully healthy with Cooley being absent, but getting Kerfoot back in the lineup, what does he do to this group in terms of the IQ but also the skill? Yeah,
he's such a great player. He can play anywhere in the lineup. He's a great leader, someone that we missed when he was out, just all the little things that he does on the bench during the game, in the locker room. I can't say enough great things about Kerf and, how good of a person he is and player as well. So it's awesome to get him back. And, we definitely have had, more juice since he's been back.
To see Crouse score as well, Peterka capitalize off of your great pass. What are you seeing out of the depth scoring and every line competing and contributing every night?
Yeah, I think, all lines are playing well right now. We're getting, scoring, like you said, up and down the lineup. I think, something we have to, continue to do moving forward if we want to be successful and we want to, play in the end is, your depth scoring. And it's great to see that. And, we got to keep it going.
You obviously get the OT winner, but how did you take it upon yourself to make sure you guys got the 2 points tonight?
Scoring overtime.
Sweet.
What goes through your mind when you find the puck on your stick? Really nice pass from Gunther there. In overtime, 2-on-1, best goalie in the world. Like, what goes through your mind when you're in that situation?
I think me and Gunnar actually chatted before overtime started, and he was like, "Let's come with a lot of speed." And I think that was something that was in my head as I came onto the ice, and he wins the draw, and he kind of just like demands it right away from Sergei and makes an unbelievable play in the neutral zone. And slides it over to me, I had a lot of time and space to get the shot off, and it's good to see it go in for sure.
Thanks, Kels.
Okay. There's a little bit to unpack, actually, on that game. I think it was a huge game, was an important game against division rival, and found the way to win, to get the 2 points. There's as well. To be honest, we had the lead in the third by 2 goals. Well, I'd love to close that game right there. I think we got a little bit nervous, and we lost we lost our composure with the puck. And like I often say, there's 2 things important when you're protecting a lead: is having poise with the puck. Having poise with the puck doesn't mean to be slow. It's to be fast and to keep moving your feet and moving the puck, and to have a lot of pace defensively, which is our strength. And for probably 50 minutes, they had the one scoring chance in the first 13 minutes of the third, because we had pace, because we were on them. And then we became a little bit too conservative, and they were able to come back. I think that said, without spending too much time on that, we need to retain when they tie the game, how we respond. We took the momentum back, and we went and we forecheck, and we had good opportunity or good possession in their zone, and from there they had nothing. So that was a good response. So there's a lot of teaching moment in that game. There's thing we can do better, but there's thing as well we need to build on it. We play, like I said, 53, a really good minute of hockey, and we deserve to have the lead by 2 goals. We stumble for a little while. We need to learn from it and get better and take that seriously. But at the same time, we can be proud of when adversity was there, we responded right away, and we were really strong in our finish and find a way to get the 2 points. So we had a little bit of everything today.
What were the elements that were most successful in those first 2 periods that allowed you to have 3 different lines contribute and to control pace and have quick passing?
Well, I will say 4 line contribute, because the line who did not score were absolutely elite at shutting down one of the best line in the league. And they played a hell of a game. Well, it's not true they scored a goal as well, but I'm really proud of the way Aids, Gunner, and Crosser handle it. And, sometimes the way I match line, I'm not a hard match line guy, so sometimes it costs them a little bit of ice time. So it's a big pill to swallow for them, but they do it for the benefit of the team. And I always want to make sure the line who's playing against the top line on the other side is fresh. I don't want tired line. So sometimes, like I said, it costs them a little bit of time, ice time, but they manage it like pros, and they did a really good job. Really proud of them, no doubt about it. And to your point, I think we talk about a little bit of adjustment we wanted in the ozone, and it paid off. Boys did a good job. We score a goal in those kind of that kind of situation, but we still score a goal in the blue paint. We won a lot of battles, so there were a lot of positive against the team. We defend really well.
Crouse was talking specifically about the third period when we had this conversation, but instead of being able to chip and chase, having confidence to make the play in the third. Where do you see the progression of that when adversity happens from this group?
Well, I cannot say today it was a Picasso, to be honest. We were nervous with the puck in our zone, but we were at the offensive blue line turning the puck over. So that's when we say we had teaching moment. That will be the teaching moment. I think the intention were the right one. Well, we still have to grow and to understand that and to buy in 100% that. We opened the door and they came in, and that could have hurt us big time. Every points are important. We have one more game before Christmas, and it will be a good test. It's obviously the best team in the league. We need to manage the game the right way.
I'm sure not surprised that Kerfoot gets a goal so quickly after coming back, but obviously the IQ part of it, what does that add to this group?
There's a lot on that play. I like. Like they're poised to make the play down low first, the release of Stanlon in the middle, and then after his route to go at the net, so he draw coverage, open up that seam, the quick puck movement of 98 and 50, who Sergei and Durs moved the puck really well at the right place. And the key of that was the net front presence of 38, who create the screen and the station on the goalie, and obviously the nice shot of Kerfy. But that probably, I cannot say will have not happened, but will have been a little bit less likely if they will not have that net presence. So it's really the five guys together. That goal will be in the playbook for a while.
Dursey has, I believe it's 6 points in his last 7 games, but kind of in a quiet manner, I guess. What have you noticed that maybe we haven't about his play?
Durs, every game makes a really good play. He needs to keep improving his consistency. The upside is there. The fact he missed a lot of hockey 2 seasons in a row sometimes can affect his consistency. Having that said, lately he's getting better every game, so we like that. The other thing who is not it's not nothing. Since Sergei's playing with, or he's playing with Sergei, or Sergei's playing with, take it the way you want. The expected goal at that pairing is as high as Sergei has been in 2 years. So I think they're doing a good job together.
How would you describe how dangerous Keller is in the offensive zone, whether he's shooting the puck or passing it?
I think Kells is hitting his stride slowly but surely. Yeah, I think every game right now I feel is more and more dangerous. He's more and more greedy and a little bit more determined. He's the kind of guy who wants to make the difference every shift, and you see it more and more right now. You see him angry in the game, and he wants to make the difference. And I like him when he's not happy. That's he's doing a great job.
Most of the time when Dylan Guenther has a shot opportunity in overtime, he's taking it and he's getting goals, but today he passed it up. Can you just speak on Gunther's mindset on making the right play in that scenario? He's
a hockey player. He's you cannot teach that. You just make the right play. You just know. It's just like you said. If we'll have Hudson to know, does he shoot that puck? Probably the entire building will have said he will have shoot it. And the goalie probably thought the same. That's why he passed it. And Cal's put it under the bar, and now we're smiling. Life is good.
Veggie's leading the league right now in wins, but how do you plan to manage his playing time in the second half?
We're not planning to manage it before Christmas, and we'll figure it out after. I think, that's the quality to have a veteran like V who can play. We're trying to have him, Veg play 3 out of 4 all the time. We pushed the envelope a little bit lately, but the schedule was the way it is. But the most important thing is the communication with Veg. I think he has a good understanding of where he is in the sense of if he is tired or not. When he's tired, he really needs a break. He's not a kind of goalie where he will perform at the same level if he's tired. And it did happen, I won't say when, but it did happen lately where he told us, okay, I need a breather. And there it is. He had the breather, but there's a good maturity level for him in understanding where's the sweet spot for performance, and he's honest on that. And Corey Schwab does a fantastic job to have that open line of communication and that good read on when it's time to make a step back a little bit. So the goal is 3 games out of 4, but that's on paper. I don't know if it means anything really. It just that's the plan. We'll see what we do with that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.